What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Stardust here. Welcome back to another build video here on the YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the Incredible Hulk and a Vibranium build. Now, Vibranium and the Sonic status effects came with the War for Wakanda expansion, so you can only get it there, so be warned. This video is going to be a build for players that have played, up until, they are ready for Wakanda, essentially, right? So you will need to have access to Wakanda in order to do this. So, okay, so let's start off. We'll go through the gear as always, and then we'll go through the skills, and then I will show you a demonstration of the build at hand. Let me just change my nameplate really quick to this amazing 1 year anniversary team nameplate. I absolutely love it. It's the Square Enix Presents thing. So we'll start off with the first piece, and the most important piece of all. So, powerful reverberation nanites. Wow, that was terrible. Proficiency 52, might 52, resilience 56, power attacks inflict vibranium damage. Now, of course, that is how I'm able to do the power attacks with vibranium. The second perk doesn't matter at all. The best part is the 22.5% increased status damage from ranged attacks. See, I'm just terrible today. The best thing about this is just that, like, literally, because Hulk is a beast, and even without intrinsic burst, manages to keep rage up pretty often, it's very likely you're going to be able to keep it. And the best thing is I'll go through the skills soon, but obviously you hit this, and I've got the option that gives me gamma, so then you can do that, and there you go. You got a bit more damage with that. Might 62, intensity 60, which helps with the status effect. Targeted buff, 35.4% chance hitting enemy with a rage critical attack granted damage buff, and small debris attacks deal gamma damage. So if I am low on heroics, then I could just use that to get my battery effect. Now, you're probably, honestly, my advice with a ranged piece is that you don't desperately need a damage buff. It would be nice, though, to get the stats that are on it, but I would say that range is probably the least important perk in Hulk's arsenal, but it is always good to get a reverse battery effect to what is on your melee piece. So, 15.4% chance taking damage grants a damage buff, might 58, resolve 60. This is definitely one of the most important pieces of the entire build, simply because when I'm like, I'm in the middle of like a horde of enemies and I'm there trying to ground pound, there are going to be times where a projectile is going to hit you, or something else is going to hit you entirely, and that's a good opportunity for your damage buff to be procced over attacks that don't really do a lot of damage. And then speaking of, last piece here, Valor 70, Resolve 70, Planet Cracker Dendrites. Now, aggressive might increases damage dealt to taunted enemies by 20%, which your Bone Shaker taunts your enemies. Increases heroic charge rate of heroic support, which is your Bone Shaker ability, by 18%, and 36.9% chance defeating taunted enemies grants a damage buff. Now, that is also an incredibly important piece, especially if you're strong. And in here, I haven't got a triple stack. I want triple stack. The stats, the perks on it are a bit meh. So, we'll go into skills now. These are my stats for the build. I would love a bit more might on everything, just to be completely honest. But besides that, I am pretty happy with the stats of my character. So we start here. Bone Shaker Specialization 1. We have got defeat 5 enemies while Bone Shaker is active to extend its duration by 5 seconds. Now, this is, it's a thing. It's nice. It's nice. Out of all of these, to be completely honest, I like this one just better. Like, having Bone Shaker on just means just stagger a bit less, and it's just nice, And here we've got defeating enemies who are taunted by Bone Shaker causes them to drop heroic orbs. So, of course, we want to be taunting a lot of enemies to get damage buffs, to get damage buffs, right? So while we're doing that, we're also going to be wanting to collect the heroic orbs that come with it. This is going to be a very heroic orby sort of build as well. You'll see why when I show you the gameplay clips. And then here, on a final slam, the impact causes a massive radial hazard of irradiated gamma particles. Now, this is on the Stranglehold ability, right? So you're R1 if you're on PlayStation. Now, this allows me to put that gamma pool in and then use the Vibranium to do a status effect. And if you grant an additional charge for yourself, you'll be able to do that relatively often. I've done the same here with my Thunderclap. So because I lack Valor, I might as well make use of it by going absolutely bonkers with status effects. Enemies who survive being thunderclaps become taunted as well, which is of course a massive benefit. And then here we've got attacks with held enemies are now protected. To be honest, going to be completely honest, besides this one, they don't really matter. This is probably nice just for the second perk that I've got on my main piece of gear, but like, you know, it's not something I've thought of. Same about the range. Again, to be completely honest, this one's good for the crit chance and stuff like that. But again, it's not anything that I would like stress you need to worry about. You know what I mean? Increases charge rate of all heroic meters by 15% while rage is active. Obviously, his Hulk use rage a lot, so it's just a natural charge, increase of your charge rate of your heroics, which is good. Increases all damage by 15% while rage is active. Obviously, that includes status damage as well. So that's another boost of that status damage that you saw on my first piece of gear, my melee piece. Reduces the initial cost of triggering rage by 15%. So also, keeps my rage up just a little bit more. Increases critical attack chance by 15% while overcharged. Now, you get overcharged by bone shaking and strangle holding. So that's good as well. And then we got increases all damage by 20% while overcharged. Again, another boost in damage, which is always good for the Hulk. And increases the amount of overcharged intrinsic rage meter energy gained for all attacks by 20%. So again, it all works together, you know what I mean? It all works in a nice web together to give them the results that I want. For champions, I have done a terrible job. To be honest, I wish I saw a few good guides before I put it all into this. I mean, this one's okay, but it's just the rest are just a little bit poopy. But, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You know what? It's all good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys and girls a demonstration. As always, it's on hard. We've got the Synthoids, and it's on size 5. So let's go. This is a live demonstration, and the reason I like doing it live is because then it's like it's not fluff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just showing you the best possible gameplay you can get out of this. I'm showing you, literally live gameplay of it happening, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So there you go. There you go. Beautiful. You see that? Literally, the gamma poisons them. The vibranium does its thing. You can run in, and hit them with more battery damage as well. My thing, I would say, for the boss fights is that what you want to do is you want to, obviously, when you get in the boss fight, get your damage buff on this one, and then get your Tactagon on for the increased status damage. But I would say, just for, your normal levels and stuff, just keep the ring on, man. You know what I mean? Keep getting your heroics and stuff like that, because that's way more important than anything like that. Mate, I honestly, I will absolutely say, I absolutely love the Hulk. I think he's one of the most underrated characters in the entire game. People don't like to really use him because at first he seems really weak, and I definitely get it, like 100% get it. Like, to be honest with you, I think the thing is with Hulk is that unless you're doing your power attacks or you're spamming your heroics, sort of similar to I'm literally doing both, you're not going to get really good results with him. But I think that the fact I'm able to talk with you guys while just casually playing must sort of indicate that, like, it's not a bad build. You know what I mean? You can definitely live off it. This guy's being a hassle. I'm just gonna hit him the normal, good old fashioned way. All right. So this is the last one here. I want to finish this all for you people. I don't know if I've had a damage buff yet on this, which is kind of crazy. There you go. I got it. Literally, as I said, I got one. But you'll notice it's nice. So here's the thing: if you're into like the the status effects, the particles and stuff like that, and all the effects and stuff you get with gear, then I think you'll like this one as well, because it really utilizes just a lot of stuff happening on your screen at once, which is always nice. Oh, there's one more enemy left. Come here, come hither. I want to kill you, and you're dead. There you go. So there you go. The harm room is finished. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the build. I wanted to just show you guys and flex it a little bit. I'm sort of trying my best to go through all my heroes, make them melee, make them less sort of based on the meta that you see with, ranged, or in Hulk's case, Valor based and all that, and I just kind of want to move away from that. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, let me know if you used this build, and I will see you guys tomorrow for where I begin my Spider-Man series. Also, not only that, before I go, I will be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers where I'll be giving away some official Play Avengers merchandise. So be sure to hit that sub button, and you never know, you may be in the line of winning some merch. So I'll see you guys later, and peace.